Well, look what we have here. Oh, please, you don't know what you're talking about. I know people who went to uni, got degrees, and couldn't get the jobs they wanted and had to work at McDonald's. This is textbook cope. Do you know? I was literally thinking about this earlier today. I was on my way to a job. I'm driving my car and I was thinking to myself, imagine being jealous of somebody who has a degree. Like, you can imagine there are people who are walking around on planet Earth right now who are jealous of people who have degrees, whether it be a bachelor's or a master's or a PhD. Literally, the next job I went to, I'm in this tenant's house. And I always ask the tenants, like, what are your neighbors like? Because they always tell me some mad stories. And, he was basically slagging off the woman next door. Also hating at the same time because the woman next door owns her property. This is the thing. When I meet these council tenants and their neighbors own their own property, they automatically say, oh, they think they're better than us. Blood, you're insecure. But that's another topic for another video. So anyway, he was saying, she's a useless piece or whatever and that. I can't believe she thinks she's educated because she went to uni and got a degree. Something to do with some police training. Because I was saying to him, I thought people, in order to become a police officer, they have to go to college. Because when I was at college, I remember seeing some youths do some police academy training thing. But he said something along the lines of, she went to uni and done some degree to become a police officer. He was like, but she's overweight. How the hell is she going to catch anyone, when criminals are running down the street and that. But anyway, he tried to throw shade and throw dirt on the fact that she got a degree. And I was thinking to myself, this is fucking crazy. How can I just be thinking about this? And then the next person I meet, they're basically hating on someone because they got a degree. Why? Because you do road works, ground works, because you couldn't be bothered to sit in the classroom. You're going to hate on someone else because they decided to use their brain and further their education. So this is a common thing. Oh, I know lots of people who have degrees, but then they go and work at a shit job. Yes, you know a lot of people who are educated, but they do not have ambition. Education without ambition is like a car with no wheels. You're not going to go anywhere. Let me explain to you how important degrees are. When you were a child and you went to school, who were you taught by? When you get sick, who do you go to? When you buy a house, who do you go to? When you, unfortunately, if you do get in trouble by the police, who's going to defend you? If, God forbid, one of your parents or whoever needs surgery, who do they go to? When you was in school, you was taught by a teacher. When you get sick, you go to a doctor. When you buy a house, you go to a conveyancing solicitor. God forbid you get in trouble, you get a lawyer or solicitor. And God forbid, a family member gets ill and they need an operation, a surgeon will carry out the operation. All of the above had to go to university and get a degree. So what are you talking about? Degrees are pointless. You might not have said that word for word, but that's what you're basically saying. See, people always want to think about the negative and that. Oh, degrees are pointless and that. Because I know this idiot who wasn't ambitious and was working a shit job. But what about all the people who do work the good jobs? What about them? But that's the thing. When people are coping or people have like a negative mindset, they always think about the bad thing. They always think about the wrong thing. It's just like people like me. Yeah, the same with people that look like me. Oh, people that look like my t-shirt, they have it so much easier in it. Yeah, white privilege. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? We all have opportunities out here. It's too easy. Me, I don't want to keep saying this, but, I have to put the point out there. Man come from a good home, but I come from a poor home. Man was on job seekers allowance. Man been to prison. Man was in the gang. I've been stabbed. Done it all. Yeah, they nothing ain't done. Trust me, a lot of you lot watching this right now, like, you think, oh yeah, I know what it's like to be on the road. You don't know what it's like to be on the road. You ain't got on a bus with 20 man gone down there. You ain't got in a cab with 6 man gone down there. You ain't gone country and trapping and having to bus out in a cab, yeah, with the man them's food because they're trying to not pay you. But then you're thinking that at the same time, if I stay around long enough and I'm going to get nicked, and then the man them are trying to track you down and that. You ain't lived that life. Yeah, it's easy out here. So anyway, with all that being said, I'm sitting on 5 properties. I'm just a regular guy. Like, obviously, you get me, man you get me, that energy, and you know what I'm trying to say? I'm not like, man's cut from a different cloth. But what I'm saying is I come from average beginnings. Yeah, I come from humble beginnings. I was born average, but I put in the work to make myself above average. So I don't want to hear anyone talk about, oh yeah, I know this person that's got this degree and that. What about the people that do have the good degrees and the good jobs? You shouldn't be talking about, oh, like saying that a uni degree is a waste of time and that. The people that taught you, they needed to have a degree. So anyway, man, that's it for today, man. And oh yeah, this person's also gone on to say something along the lines of, your future is planned by the government, say bye to your money. Do you know what? I was driving my car because obviously I do a lot of driving. I drive to and from tenants' houses and that, so I spend a bit of time driving and that, and I get to think. I'm so glad I have this mindset. I'm so glad that I have this mindset of I control my destiny and I can be what the fuck I so choose to be. That's people's problem. They think because they come from a poor background, they think their past is their future. Certain people think, oh, I'm working class and I'm always going to be working class. I was born poor, so I must die poor. No, fam. Maybe in other countries and that, where there's just hardly any wiggle room. Yeah, especially if you're from like a communism state. Yeah, you know, like back in the day, like there was a lot of countries in Eastern Europe where they were like under the communism regime, whatever, and that's different. Capitalist countries and that, like England, America, probably Canada and that, fam, there's opportunities. Stop thinking, yeah, that you can't change your future, like your destiny is determined. It's not. It's not. Your future is written in pencil, if anything, yeah? Meaning you can change it. Don't ever think for 1 second, I was born this way and that's it. Honestly, if I didn't have this mindset, there wouldn't be no Jay Wise. There would be no guy to inspire the youth them. I'm not saying that all of the youth them are just inspired by me, but there's certain man like, yo, because of you, I got an apprenticeship and that. Yeah? Big up Andrew Tate. He ain't talking about no apprenticeship. Big him up though. Yeah? But what I'm saying, he ain't talking about no apprenticeships and that. Yeah? So, like, if I didn't have this mindset, like I said, I would not be on TikTok or YouTube or anything like that. But I guarantee you, if I didn't have this mindset that I have, do you think I would be sitting on 5 properties at age 32? Do you think I would be anything? Like, people really need to change their language. Yeah, and it starts with changing their mindset. I was watching a video, big up True Talk Only 4. He sent me some video, like just to look at it or whatever. And I remember this guy said a couple of times in this video, or at least one time, he said, oh, you know, things have happened to me, this has happened to me. You will never hear me say, oh, this has happened to me. Like, obviously, man's been stabbed. But what I'm saying is, I don't speak on it like, oh, I'm a victim. Oh, you know, things have happened to me. This has happened to me. You need to change your language, blood. Everything you say is self-hypnosis. If you say, oh, my future is planned by the government, well, of course you're not going to get anywhere. Of course you're going to be working some shit job on some dead wage, not able to save any money, never able to buy a property. If you truly believe, oh, the government has things planned for you, say bye to your money, it's all going to go to the government and that. You're crazy, man. You need to change that mindset. Change that mindset. Anyway, now the video is finally over because I've only got a few seconds left. I would love to go on, but anyway.